Are ghosts real? Hello and welcome to another episode of Are Ghosts Real? I really hope that you do enjoy this one. This is a very interesting location. This is a location that I actually come to quite often, and sometimes I walk here in between work. And the reason why I came here is there is no recorded ghost stories. However, when I have been walking, sometimes I feel like I'm not alone, and yet I am alone. And I was trying to work out whether or not it is to do with the tower that is here, which I think is a mobile phone tower, or some type of tower anyway, which I thought gave off EMF, and sometimes EMF can be the cause of why we feel a certain way. However, upon doing this investigation, I quickly realized that maybe it's not actually the EMF that is playing a role here as to why I feel the way that I do. So I'm very glad that I came here. So without further ado, let's get into the video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below as to what you think is going on here. So the parish of Woburn Green is situated in the south of Buckinghamshire and follows a curving valley, the River Wye, and that is a stream that runs through the valley, and Woburn Green is situated along it. And then it joins the River Thames near Cookham. The soil was very easily worked here, with meadows and woodlands, and it became a desirable place to live and work back in the day. The parish includes the settlements of Woburn Moor, Woburn Green, Burgess Hill, Woburn Town, Cawes End, Adams Green, Widmore, Hawks Hill, and Bourne End. Prehistoric artifacts have been found inside Woburn, many coming from the Thames. The earliest has been found during ground disturbances to the gravel terraces. Middle Paleolithic axes were found digging a septic tank on a house in Bourne End, as well as two were found when building a housing estate in Woburn Green. A Mesolithic pickaxe was also found when digging a drain. Lots of different artifacts, including flints, axe heads, cores, flakes, and picks from the early Bronze Age, Middle Bronze Age, and Late Bronze Age, have also been found, including a sword, and also a flat-bottomed oak dugat boat, possibly dating from the Bronze Age or Iron Age, has also been found in the River Thames near the railway bridge in the 19th century. Wash Hill has also, they have found Neolithic Bronze Age flint flakes, and a number of Roman pottery and tile shards have also been found. So we do know that the Romans also cultivated this place, and lots of pottery, railway cuttings, coins, including in Woburn Green itself, and pottery in the Woburn churchyard have also been found. Roman roads also run through it, and suggested route from Londonarium, London, to South Oxfordshire may run across the north of the parish at Woburn Moor, although no evidence for this has actually been found. But a road from Verulamium, St Albans, to Silchester on the Berkshire-Hampshire border runs through Woburn, crossing the River Thames somewhere near Bourne End or Hedsna. 2 lead coffins and another burial in 1949 were found near Blind Lane in Bourne End. Anglo-Saxon items have also been found, including skeletons packed together with weapons, spearheads, swords, knives, and a Bronze Age thread box near Bourne End Station. The cemetery dates back to the 7th and 8th century AD. Metalwork of a similar date has been also found in Bourne End. The earliest reference to Woburn is in about 1075, and the earliest forms of the name were Warburna, Warben, or Walben in the 11th and 12th centuries, with Woburn first appearing in 1201. In the Domesday Book of 1086, Woburn Manor had 26 households, 12 villages, 13 small holdings, 9 ploughlands, 2 lord plough teams, 200 pigs, 8 mills, and a fishery which held 300 eels. The smaller manor of Lude, which is now called Lude Farm, has 4 households, 2 villages, 1 small holding, 2 ploughlands. Before the Norman conquest, Woburn Manor was owned by the Earl Harold. Afterwards, the manor was confiscated by William the Conqueror and split between his 2 supporters. Bishop's Woburn Manor, now Woburn Green, was given to the Bishop of Lincoln and included Lude. Although he owned the land stretching from the Thames to the Humber, Woburn became one of his main southern residences, and then also became Woburn Palace. It contained a chapel and prison cells for heretics in order to create a moat and fish pond. The bishop diverted the River Wye around the palace. In the 17th century, Philip Lord Wharton lived in Woburn Manor, entertained nobility and royalty, whilst generously spending money on the estate, giving to local causes, including free Bibles. Wharton's charity Bibles are still handed out free today. The medieval palace, though, was destroyed and demolished in 1750 and replaced in 1756 with a new house, which is called Woburn House, and gardens were created. A footbridge was built across the moat for direct access to the parish church. In 1862, the Glebely family moved in. Alfred Glebely, during his short life, planned and financed the working of a men's club on the green. However, he died shortly before it opened in 1881. The Glebely family set up W&A Glebely Wine Merchants, which was the largest at the time in Britain, followed by Glebely Gin, which is actually still made today. Woburn House was then rented by the Wargraves Commission, before being demolished in 1963 to build Woburn Manor Park. The footbridge over the moat still remains to this day, but unfortunately it is the only thing that now remains. Woburn de Encourt Manor, which is now Woburn Town, was given to Walter Danecourt. His successors built the manor house, chapel, and the park, close to the medieval parish church of St. Paul's. The Danecourt family remained in possession of the manor until it passed to the Lovell family and he was the right-hand man of Richard III in the 15th century. In 1922, again, the manor house was demolished, unfortunately for road widening. There is also evidence of medieval fairs taking place here on feast days of St. Edmund's in 1687. They were held on the green in Reuben, originally selling horses, sheep and cows every May to November. Many pubs were dotted around the green and Wickham Lane. Those included the Red Cow, built in 1570, and the Red Lion of 1714. The 19th century Queen and Albert. Thomas Williams, a Soho mill owner, opened the Royal Stag Brewery in 1833, using the water from the Rye to brew, and the Tap House and the Harrow pub close by. Williams actually lived in one of the cottages in the village. In recent centuries as well, there was the making of paper, brick and tile works. On Hawks Hill was another brickworks, which was called White Lane. And gunpowder mill was also here up until the 18th and 19th centuries, when then they switched to paper making and several gravel pits were made. So there is a lot of history here, right in time with basically way back, from the Anglo-Saxon times, before that to the Bronze Age, Neolithic Age, all of that, all the way up until now. And you've got a lot of layers of history here. Unfortunately, the manor houses no longer exist. And now that one of the mills still does exist, however, it's actually now a tennis court, which I think is quite interesting. But the toll house still exists, and that was built on Cookham Bridge, built in 1839. The school still exists as well, which was set up in 1806 and later rebuilt in 1865. Also as well, many of the houses are actually 15th century, including a Mulberry House, which was the old vicarage. There's a 17th century old bakery that still exists to this day. And the first ever schoolhouse to be built in the town, called Dell House of 1708, before the town school was built in 1851, opposite the old Bell pub, that still exists today as well. So there, again, a lot of this stuff does still exist, apart from the fact that the two manor houses no longer do. But it is very interesting finding all of this out, especially when I came here. So, did they think I was a heretic? It's interesting to find out, isn't it? So, without further ado, let's get into the investigation. And thank you very much for watching.
Right, so firstly, I just wanted to see how much EMF is here due to the tower, which is up there, on whether or not that is the thing that I'm feeling when I come here. It is getting dark. Tripping over. The sun is actually disappearing now. And I just want to see if any EMF is picked up here from that tower, because that essentially, they do say, look how like dark that looks now, they do say that EMF is the thing that also can like trigger you to feel things, and if there's like a high EMF spike from natural causes, i.e., but the thing is, this does also pick up So there's the tower there. Still 0.00. That's interesting. Now I'm getting closer. It's interesting. But they do say if there is that and it's from, you know, a specific reason, then that could be, oops, hope you can still see it. Might just put it onto fluorescent, there you go, so you can see it. Still on 0.00. Interesting. Okay. Oops. Still not going off. Interesting. I just realised I left my bag. So I probably should go back to that. Because someone could steal all my stuff. But no, it's still on 0.00. So clearly nothing is coming, like any radiation is not coming from that tower. We're safe, everything is still here, my car keys are still here. That was a really bad idea to leave everything just here. Okay, I'm gonna leave that though. Definitely, there is seriously though a vibe here that was not here earlier in the day when I was doing the B-roll shots. And I don't know whether it's just because purely and simply it is getting dark, so the sun is going down. So I don't know whether that has something to do with it or whether or not it is actually paranormal. But this is what we're here to find out. So I've set up some cat balls on the table in front of me. So I'm going to step away. I'm going to leave my bag. I just realised my bag is done shot. So I'm going to put this down. There we go. So if there are any spirits here, my name is Karine, and I mean you absolutely no harm whatsoever. I've got some things on the table there, and all you have to do is go up to them and they'll light up pretty little colours. But that is all that they do. They don't actually hurt you or harm you or anything. But the reason why I'm here, plane, sorry, right under the flight path. The reason why I'm here is that sometimes I come walking here and sometimes I feel like something is here. So I just wanted to confirm that. If someone is here, and if so, why? Why are you in this lovely wood? I mean, it is a gorgeous wood. Makes me feel like I've gone back in time. So if you are here, can you set one of the cat balls off? Which are the little things there on the table. You might never have seen them before. I'll show you actually how they work. So you just go up, touch it like that, and it goes off. And it lights up those pretty colours. Might be magic. So could you do that for me? If you're here, if someone is here? Oh wow, that was amazing. It just did it on command. Thank you so much. It's going off. The right one is going off. Thank you. Thank you. So you know actually how they work now. Could you make the left one go off as well for me? That one there. Could you do that for me? just so I know. If you're here, would you like to play a yes or no game? The left one can be for yes, and the right one can be for no. If you'd like to do that, can you make the right one go off for me? Oh wait, that's no. Can you make the yes one go off for me, which is the left one? And confuse myself. That was really interesting. It literally, that one there went off when I literally asked it to. And that is quite interesting. And as I said, those... I just heard something then very close by. But it could have been an animal, because it's that time of night. So I'm not ruling that out. Can you see me here? If you can see me, can you make that one go off for me? Which is the one, which is the left one. Please. As I said, I mean you no harm, no disrespect. I hope I'm not upsetting you or anything. I've just basically come here to have a chat. And that is all. So do you mind me being here in the wood with you tonight? Or do you want me to leave? If you want me to leave, can you make that one go off for me? The left one. And I'll leave. Or if you want me to stay, could you make the left one go off for me if you want me to stay? That's a crow. It did scare me though, for a moment. After that one cat ball, literally nothing else has happened really, has it? But that was completely and utterly amazing, because that was on point. I was like, can you do this? And it was like, yeah, right. After I'd showed them how to do it. But now, nothing else is really happening. And it's not the cat ball, is it? Let me try and reenact this. In fact, I'm going to swap them around, because this is the one that went off. So I'm going to put that one there instead. That one there instead. That is still on 0.00. So I've just swapped them round, which you've just seen me do. So if you are here and you're watching me, could you do what you did before, please? And make one of the cat balls go off, just so I know you're still here. Please. If there's any ladies or men, farmers, or any monks, because the bishop's palace was very close to here back in the day. So maybe the monks came this way? I don't know. Or the people who owned the house. There used to be the bishop's palace. Maybe you're here, maybe you like to wander. Basically anyone is who is here. You can come forward and you can touch those things on the table there and make them go off. Also, guys, I just wanted to say it is actually pretty windy tonight, so apologies if all you can hear is wind. But it does mean that candles do not go off with wind, because they are not going off now. And if you look at the trees, they are going. And yet the candles are not going. So look, this probably gives you a better idea of how breezy it is. There you go. Also, you can probably hear it, to be fair, on the audio. Well, I think everyone might have gone. I think maybe they were just like, oh, what's this? And now wandered off because I might be a bit boring. That's fine. If I'm boring, I'm sorry.
Right, so I really hope that you did enjoy this episode. I'm going to put it into 2 parts because this did become very interesting. So, and also there's a lot of history here, so I've put it into 2 parts so that you get the history bit and then the first part of the investigation in this one, and then the next one you get full investigation. But so far, if you could let me know what you think is going on here. Do you think it is literally just that tower that is the thing that is kind of like making me potentially think there's something here? Or do you think there is actually something going on after watching this? Because this place is extremely interesting, and that cat ball going off on command, thinking I've heard a voice, and then literally nothing. But it was so interesting that both of those things happened at pretty much exactly the same time, and then I got nothing else after that. So make of that what you will. It does get even more interesting as I progress this as well. So please stay tuned. Again, if you really did enjoy, don't forget to smash that like button for me, leave me a comment, and thank you so much. My name is Corrine, and thank you for tuning into Are Ghosts Real? And I'll see you next time.